Will the audience please stand for the singing of the national anthem by Deer Valley High School's Divine Voices, led by choral director Mrs. Michelle Stark.
Hello, friends, parents, and distinguished guests. Welcome to Deer Valley High School's virtual graduation as we gather to celebrate the class of 2020. My name is Michael Green, and I am your Master of Ceremonies, and I am a teacher here as well as the proud head coach for the Deer Valley track and cross-country teams. I am honored to be your Master of Ceremonies today. And so it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the principal of Deer Valley High School, Dr. Buki Oyabade.
Good morning, President Gibson Gray, AUSD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Anello, parents, staff, and of course, class of 2020. It is with mixed feelings that I write in and speak to you today. One, disappointment because we can't be together. The second is joy because of all your achievement in the last 4 years. We celebrate you despite the obstacles that you've had to overcome. Remember, you must continue, never mind the obstacles. You need to believe that tomorrow will be better and that you will still celebrate many more milestones. For where there is life, there is hope. Hope for tomorrow. Hope in what is yet to be, for without hope, you will give up and never achieve your dreams. As you graduate from Deer Valley High School, I send you with some blessings and some words of wisdom. There are a few things I'd like for you to embrace. There are a few things I'd like for you to refuse. First, the things you must refuse. Number one, refuse to allow yourself to be defined by adversity. You are not the class of COVID-19, you are the class of 2020. Number two, refuse to let challenges stop you from moving on. Get up and go. Press the reset button if you must, but get up and go. Number three, refuse to fit other people's ideologies. Rather, be the pace setter. Be the trailblazer and never give up. For tomorrow will be better. I promise you it will get better. Joy will come in the morning. Next, the things you must embrace. Number one is joy. Choose joy always. In a world where people highlight negativity and faults, choose to see the positive. Protect your joy, for it is what will keep you going on the difficult days. Number two, be the light in your community. Where everyone else wants to conform and do what others do, choose to do what is right. It is not always a popular decision, and it is not always easy. But in the end, when you compare yourself with those who choose darkness, you will be thankful you chose light. As you exit one phase and approach another, I hope that we at Deer Valley have prepared you and inspired you to see yourself as a contributor and not a consumer. Even though you have not been to the school building in a few months, and you have not done school in the traditional way, I hope you see yourself as a solution to the problems of our world. I hope you will take advantage of the life you've been given. I know that we've prepared you for a greater tomorrow, and I cannot wait to see who you become. Do not forget your DV community. Do not forget your family. Do not forget those who had your back during your tough times. Be sure to come back or write to tell us how you're doing. We love you and we wish you well. Congratulations, Wolverine class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Abate. Please help me welcome the president of the Antioch Unified School District's board, Mrs. Diane Gibson-Gray.
Class of 2020. Who would have imagined when you began your senior year in 2019 that you would be viewing your graduation via live stream in 2020? As I thought about a quote that best describes your year, the opening line of Charles Dickens' novel, A Tale of Two Cities, immediately came to mind. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Those of us who are older have pivotal world events which are woven into the fabrics of our lives. Events such as the first man to walk on the moon, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the terrorist events of 9/11, and now COVID-19. You are a member of the graduating class that will always have this pandemic as a marker in your senior year of high school, which is normally a straightforward series of events, processes, testing, activities, and more. Those are the milestones of your last year of K-12 education. While you have missed many senior events and milestones due to COVID-19, you are a member of a class who has been made stronger and more resilient during these chaotic times. You survived COVID-19. You have held your head high and continued your education through distance learning. You have not been deterred from earning your high school diploma. COVID-19 is a defining moment of your life, and you survived it. You are the rock stars of education for 2020. Parents and family members of our 2020 graduates, you too are missing out on the rites of passage for your children, in which family celebrations, proud photos of their senior ball, and most importantly, the celebration of seeing your child walk across the stage to receive their diploma during a traditional ceremony. Thank you for all that you have done to support our students. You too are rock stars. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, myself, Vice President Mary Rocha, Trustee Gary Hack, Trustee Crystal Sawyer-White, and Trustee Ellie Householder, I congratulate each and every member of the class of 2020. It will be a year we will all remember for years and decades to come. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Gibson-Gray. Now, please help me welcome your Deer Valley Senior Class President, Adrian Cow.
Good evening, class of 2020, families, friends, staff, and distinguished guests. Thank you for gathering here today to honor the Deer Valley High School graduating class of 2020. Although this is not how we would typically celebrate our achievements, we are glad you are all here with us. And for those who we have lost and cannot be here with us, know that they are here in our hearts and minds. Entering Deer Valley as freshmen, we all had our own expectations of what the next 4 years would be. We were told that they would be some of the most formative years of our lives, and to not take them for granted because they would go by in an instant. In that moment, graduation could not have felt farther away, yet here we are today. Our time at DV has been marked by great loss, but also great memories. We have been able to grow into ourselves, surrounded by such a diverse group of peers, and we displayed that we are so much more than our negative reputation. Let us cherish the little moments that seemed insignificant at the time. Rushing to get to class from the back parking lot, talking to our friends in the halls, and the excitement right before a game or concert. These are the moments that we will never experience with the same people again. In the past 4 years, every person here has faced some doubt that they would make it this far, whether the doubt came from others or from themselves. And I am so proud you have persevered to see this day. Although this is the end of an era, it is also the beginning of the rest of our lives. We are a class that was born into a world working to rebuild from the tragedy of 9/11, and we are graduating in the midst of a global pandemic. When we go out into the world, we will face obstacles to our success, but we will overcome them because we have repeatedly experienced adversity and triumph. While the path to find ourselves and our place in this new world may not always be clear, I am positive that each and every one of us has the strength, determination, and knowledge to get where we are meant to be. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cow. Please help me welcome the valedictorian for the class of 2020, Ms. Brittany Taw.
Good evening, class of 2020, families, friends, staff, and distinguished guests. I would like to personally welcome and thank everyone for tuning in to this celebration of Deer Valley's graduates. Although this virtual ceremony may not be the typical commencement we are looking forward to, we appreciate the event that has been organized for us despite the current situation. The ongoing pandemic is a tragedy, and the extent to which it has affected our world is much greater than we could have expected. As an Asian American myself, it is incredibly heartbreaking to see such blatant racial discrimination against such a broad ethnic group. It is important for society to recognize the perpetrators and combat their behaviors that undermine our cultural identity and integrity. Graduates, tonight we are here to celebrate our future and reminisce about our time at Deer Valley High School. I learned many things in my 4 years at Deer Valley, but one of the most important lessons is that if you want something, you have to willingly and actively work for it. I am sure that I am not alone or being overdramatic when I say that at one point I was stuck, regretting my past decisions and convinced that I was undeserving of anything good that was in my life. I learned that temptation is a powerful phenomena, and sometimes it gets difficult to prioritize completing schoolwork and preparing for the future over having a social life and doing things that provide immediate happiness. These 4 years were a challenge for me, academically and mentally, but I set the goal of becoming valedictorian and I attained it. As we move forward, there may be times when you feel like giving up, and sometimes you actually will. When homework, projects, and exams seem to pile up, it seems as though you are getting tested. Never lose sight of your desires, and you will realize that overcoming your obstacles is what makes life meaningful. After you pick yourself back up, remember that you are not starting over. You are starting with experience. That experience will give you the knowledge and strength to help you push forward and achieve your goals. The euphoria and satisfaction I feel standing here as valedictorian is incomparable to anything I felt before. I would like to directly express my gratitude for everyone who has helped me get to where I am today, including my friends who patted my back when I had tears in my eyes, and my family that always pushed me past my limits. But regardless, being top of the class does not grant me special powers. At the end of the day, we are all leaving high school with the same piece of paper in a fancy faux leather sleeve that says, "You did it." I am truly happy that our accomplishments have gotten us this far, and I am certain that we will continue to strive to improve ourselves further. Whether you will go on to seek higher education, join the military, enter the workforce, or pursue your own adventure, I wish you all boundless success and prosperity for the years to come. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Taw. To present the class of 2020, please help me welcome the superintendent of the Antioch Unified School District, Ms. Stephanie Anello.
On behalf of the Antioch Unified School District, it is my distinct honor to accept the class of 2020 from Deer Valley High School. Upon the recommendation of faculty and on behalf of the Board of Education, I have certified that each of you has met the graduation requirements set forth by the Board of Education and the State of California. Having met these requirements, I confer upon each of you the high school diploma, and with it, all of its rights and responsibility. Henceforth, you shall be known as a high school graduate and an alumni of Deer Valley High School. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Anello. And now, our very own Divine Voices, under the direction of Michelle Stark. Thank you, Divine Voices. And once again, thank you, Michelle Stark. We will now have the reading of the names of our graduating class. To announce the names of our graduates, Math Department Chair Maria McLean and Social Studies Teacher Allison Adkins.
Presenting the Associated Student Body Officers, Senior Class Officers, Salutatorian, and Valedictorian. Jasmine Jiamin Yang.
Brittany Ta.
Jonathan Matthew Ferrari.
Ellie Ann Luton.
Trinity Nicole Cardoza.
Jamie Lamson Gonzalez.
Adrian Tauvi Gao.
Jenilyn Vargas Valete.
Rihanna Perez Cano.
Victoria Nena Amarachi Durana. And now, presenting the remaining graduates of Deer Valley High School's class of 2020.
Mario Angel Adami.
Adegoke Adekoyejo Adeoye Adeyemi.
Torian Janice Adger.
Isaiah Jonathan Aguirre.
Destiny Joy Augustin Higgs.
Ikaram 8 Ali Sliman.
Alexa Neri Elena Alcarez.
Ashanea Janae Aldridge.
Kyla Mignana Alexander.
Nikhil Cody Anand.
Sophia Lena Amigo.
Dijon Wayne Anderson.
Ariel Nishan Anderson.
Luis A. Ayala.
Joanna Arriaga.
Tosin Ayodeje Falashe.
Bemi Ayodeje Falashe.
Robert William Baker.
Jalal Ahmad Azizi.
Michelle Brianna Barajas Garcia.
Mark Anthony Bustos Balangit.
Shalila C. Barker.
Christopher Barcenas Barreras.
Ava Catherine Battle,
Isaac Marcel Batson,
Alan David Ting Bayot,
Tatsuya Polo Angeles Bautista,
Angelica Cyril Mijos Bennett,
Nathan Aiden Bell,
David Cal Blanchard,
Aaliyah Darlene Bing,
Anthony Cruz Bonilla,
Matthew Thomas Bolenbaugh,
Yasmin Ravia Youssef Buhedda,
Jacob Harley Boone,
Jesus Briseño,
Patricia Sue Boyer,
Charity Jael Brown,
Jenna Snow Brittner,
Darius Amir Rashad Bryant,
Damian Charles Bryant,
Marcaja Relia Bergen,
Micah Janae Antonia Burford,
Brandon Lauren Burns Jr.,
Kiana Ella Blanche Burnett,
Alexis Cabrera,
Fanticity Rose Bustos,
Nayeli Canedo,
Dulce Cabrera Miranda,
Drew Asher Carr Therall,
Jalen Anthony Caldwell,
Mark Anthony Cedillo Catahan,
Callista Ray Carlson,
Verge Lee Chapman III,
Gerardo DeLusong Carr Jr.,
Trayvon Crescencio Collier,
Kimberly Casillas Rea,
Jordan Mauricio Contreras,
Sergio Cervantes Jr.,
Isabella Alexis Corona,
Noah Elijah Chase,
Julius Wilder Cruz Velasquez,
Hannah Lisa Collings,
Derek Dante Davenport Jr.,
Garyon Rashad Cooper,
Olivia Samantha Davis,
Cedric Allen Tan Cruz,
Jeriana Marie Herrera de la Cruz,
Trisha May DeJos Cuenco,
Kylie Alexis Joanne Depew,
Diamond Diane Davis,
Roosevelt Davis III, Aaliyah Celestina Diaz,
Kobe Tyree DeCure,
Taylor Annalee Donaldson,
Jalen Ian Pardo De Leon,
Kagan Christopher Downey,
Abdul Aziz Dia,
Jada Rachel Dupre,
Gabriela Diaz,
Gabriel Vincent Eakin,
Kaylee Rose Doris,
Joseph Taik Eid,
Aaron Duran,
Claudia Isabel Enamorado Medina,
Justin Tyler Edwards,
Elijah Cruz Estrada,
Asia Brianna Emerson,
Kiara Lene Evans,
Jaden Kiola Bautista Estevez,
Aaron James Logronio Faustino,
Caitlin Jeanette Evans,
Jaime Alejandro Fernandez,
Saeed Mesbah Fakhri,
Quetzali Helrumi Flores Meneses,
Matthias Haile Fakade,
John Paul Eustaquio Fortes,
Fleur de Lis Coleado Flores,
Anthony James Faubel,
Andrea Fernanda Flores Ochoa,
Alexandra Jade La Rosa Franco,
Kevin Brian Foster,
William Ernesto Fuentes Guzman.
Drini Cristel Gamber Francisco.
Sophia Grace Furiosi.
Syra Salazar Frias.
Joshua Daniel Gamez.
Teresa Irene Fuller.
Jacqueline Michelle Garcia.
Maria Isabel Gallegos Garcia.
Jessica Jasmine Garcia.
Anthony Santiago Garcia.
Ashley Yadira Garcia Rodriguez.
Jeremiah Antonio Garcia.
Luis Jesus Garibay.
Kaylee Mackenzie Garcia.
Mariah Nonthea Gabilia.
Lazarus Curtis Gardner.
Christopher Michael Gober.
Anthony Gasca Goring.
Stephen David Gomes.
Joseph Matthew Giddings.
Gabriel Michael Gomez.
Carla Rose Gomez.
Hiram Isaac Gonzalez.
Esmeralda Ruby Gonzalez.
Eric Patrick Green Jr.
Anaya Aaliyah Green.
Jalen Nigel Grubbs.
Lorraine Drenea Green.
Monica Janelle Ginto.
Michael Aaliyah Griggs.
Alfredo Gutierrez Anacleto.
Christian Joseph Guardamani.
Laren D. Hamlin.
Solianne Labaretti Ginto.
Naomi Brianne Hampton.
Leela Amin Hadwan.
Christian Emmanuel Harrington.
Kevin Andrew Hammonds.
Tierra Lakia Harris.
Aaliyah Janelle Harris.
Paulina Hernandez.
Hadiza Atsikebe Haruna Abubakar.
Andrew Joseph Higby.
Jaden Andrew Herrera.
Jordan Din Hong.
Jerene Janai Hill.
Angel Esteban Hurtado Leon.
Ryan Edward Hobbs.
Amir Jamal Ismail.
Narciso Ibarra Trujillo.
Angelina Eulalia Jacobo.
Ikra Iqbal.
Christian Hauregi.
Isabella Michelle Isa.
Courtney Marlene Johnson.
Nia Simone James.
Alasia Nicole Johnson.
Elijah Devance Johnson.
Madison Jean Johnson.
DeAndrea Catherine Johnson.
Savion Philippe Keeling.
Kyle Julian Johnson.
William Kenzior.
Miles Keith Jones.
Mariah Rodye Killingsworth.
Devin Jaden Keller.
Adonis Christopher Krebs.
Alaha Khan.
Aldrin Jan Francisco Lazaro.
Pollard Chizito and Tege Chiruda.
Alex Dion Luis Valencia.
Haley Amara May Lane.
Sarade Lizard.
Thomas Duangueng Lee.
David Lee Lockett.
Lindsay Giovanna Lira Virhen.
Angelina Floriana Lucido.
Haley Asia Lamas.
Samuel Kindle Lukacs.
Autumn Ivy Rose Long.
Madison Catherine Lynch.
Isabella Carmela Lucido.
Usma Faroza Majidi.
Aaliyah Michelle Lynch.
Lajanae Krishina Manuel.
Nazila Mahabubi.
Kayla Jane Marie Marcello.
Sarah Feroza Majidi.
Giovan Estefan Marquez.
Miguel Angel Maravilla.
Remeneo Martinez.
Alexandro Maranales.
Emmanuel Elijah Martinez Rice.
Alejandro Martinez.
April Angel Massey.
Skylar Jarrell Martinez.
Junie Ann Estolas Mata.
Anthony Massey.
Haley Rose McKenna.
Arrington Mason Escubio Mata.
Jasmine Crystal DeReese McWilliams.
Lakira Princess McLean.
Ashley Lynn Mendoza.
Jasani Eric McKinney.
David Emmanuel Menelik.
Michael Alexander Mejia.
Ruben Moraz.
Jacqueline Torres Mendoza.
Jackson Miles.
Mike Anthony Miraz.
Timothy Robert Mitchell.
Carla Cristina Robles Miguel.
Anaya Kane Molecue.
Karen Marvea Miranda Chavez.
Stephanie Fernanda Montiel.
Xavion Anthony Craig Mitchell.
Anthony Morado Ramirez.
Ricky Santiago Montejo.
Jaslyn Marissa Moreno.
Haley Marie Montserrat.
Jacob William Murray Wade.
Brix Emil Di Machulongan Marauda.
Zachariah Lee Mustar.
Nadira Aliyah Mohammed.
Hamza Najib.
Abdulaziz Suleiman Mozaze.
Daniel Matthew Stephen Nash.
Jacob Samuel Myers.
Tania Lene Nellam.
Amir Ahmed Najimi.
Filsum Gutierrez Nepasena.
Angelina Crystal Navarro Robles.
Eric Tui Nguyen.
Zania Janae Nellam.
Krishna Unique Nong.
Andrew Ann No.
Mohammed Idris Norizi.
Victor Hong Vuong Win.
Brandon Dulatre Oblanca.
Alexis Monet Nord.
Nehita Destiny Ogogo.
Shema Khalid Obaid.
Bryant Cleve Oliver.
Samantha Ray O'Connor.
Kelechi Nena Orji.
Ibiri Charlene Oha.
Joshua Nathaniel Orr. Eric Luciano Orta.
Eduardo Antonio Ordonez Serrato.
Samantha Emily Pacheco.
Elizabeth Celine Ortiz Pena.
Mary Carmen Paez Berganza.
Joel Guadalupe Padilla.
Aaliyah Destiny Ashari Page.
Minor Osvaldo Paez Berganza.
Chibove Grateful Ejode Panquito.
Kamari Jalyn Page.
Jomar Robel Aguas Pascual.
Cheyenne Noel Powell.
Mary Sowese Pereira.
Taryn Janae Parmley.
Guillermo J. Perez.
Imani Nichelle Paxton.
Nathan Emil Perez.
Satali Perez.
Gabriela Jasmine Perez Amaya.
Mark Reggie Perez.
Lynn Zwan Pham.
Sergio Alexander Perez, Jr.
Lanny Angeline Cerezo Pimentel.
Nicholas James Perilla.
Quinton Alexander Pitts.
Lillian Jean Phillips.
Carrie Darlene Pohl.
Grace Maria Pinto.
Andrew Leonard Porras.
Arnell John Galan Plagaria.
Daniel Emmanuel Pouncil.
Brian Allen Poole.
Nia Elise Purnell.
Valina Nicole Posey.
Veronica Pitlack.
Francisca Soledad Prado.
Fija Farouk Qureshi.
Anna Maria Pitlack.
Derek Alexander Ramirez Bardales.
Layla Marie Qualls.
Andrew Kenneth Ramos.
Robin Gabriel Rivera Ramirez.
Charles Benjamin Rausch.
Ronnie Alexander Ramirez Pena.
Hama Cherie Amahu Shema Reich. Sir Lisa Factora Reus.
Kiara Jean Nicole Rankin.
Rachel Hunter Ricard.
Luis Miguel Rea.
Christine Renee Rizzo.
Marshall Giovanni Renderos.
Shayla Monique Roberts.
Angie Giselle Reyes Sotomayor.
Jesus Antonio Robledo Mariscal.
Warrington Richardson III.
Ricky Anthony Romero.
Cesar Eduardo Rivera Espinoza.
Brandon Thomas Rutkowski.
Kyla Nicole Robinson.
Crystal Salas.
Seth Rodriguez.
Nora Adele Saleh.
Paulina Romo.
Marisol Rosario Sarabia.
Juliana Sains.
Lisbeth Saucedo.
Layla Monique Salas.
Kay Pauline Sharp.
Luciana Debbie Samatua.
Tanya Ryan Soisengtong.
Juan Carlo Sandoval.
Jacqueline Solano.
Jeff Kazin Sardea.
Samuel Sosa.
Justin Cine Ponsiri.
Tami Azaria Stewart.
Kayla Nicole Singleton.
Bailey Yvonne Stroop.
Fernanda Elizabeth Solano.
Pacifica Malachumau Tamanavau.
Alessandro Danielle Saleh Soriano.
Osojifo Temple.
Aiden Gabriel Weller Sprinkle.
Elisha Marie Paran Talong.
Dejan Edward Stone.
Sydney Malia Thomas.
Joshua Nicholas Solomon Suarez.
Simon Vandy Tongi.
Imani Abeni Tarver.
Dylan Van Tran.
Tommy T. Ty.
Savannah Janae Turnage.
Alexis Sierra Thomas.
Liana Julia Tan Oy.
Patrick Liam Hiran Tiangsung.
Adrian Fernan Vargas.
Alexander Torres Muniz.
Jason Gabriel Vargas,
Natalia Frine Trigueros,
Yelen Estupiñan Vega,
Maya Grace Uribe,
Celia Elizabeth Villanueva,
Deja Marie Eileen Van,
Gail Alano Valoria,
Christian Fabian Vargas,
Marquisa Antoinette Walker,
Cassandra Yaneli Vasquez,
Jadea Louise Walker Langston,
Justin Adrian Vicente Garcia,
Ronald David Weaver II,
Andrew Jesus Villalobos,
Ricardo Joseph West Jr.,
Mark Kevin Villanueva,
Elizabeth Ellie Wilder,
Nancy Vongvilai,
Jonathan Elijah Williams,
Ziana Mackenzie Walker,
Linnea Ashanti Chantel Williams,
Mary Lynn Walton,
Willie L. Williams III,
Taylor Marie Wells,
Deronica Martrice Wilson,
Delilah DeShanti Whetstone,
Jakari Keith Wilson,
Joseph Ellison Williams,
Amari Wimberly,
Victoria Marie Williams,
Anaya Page Riston,
Brooke Taylor Wilson,
Mursal Zabahula,
Elise Precious Wilson,
Paula Andrea Zelada Galan,
Taki Armand Kimar Wilson, Rachel Christine Wood, Amaya Michaela Lachey Young, Arturo Zarco, Angelo Zuniga.
For the tassel ceremony, please help me welcome back to the virtual stage your senior class president, Adrian Cow.
Will the class of 2020 please stand? Please turn your tassel.
We have had a wonderful ceremony, and I applaud all of you and your families for your resilience during this challenging time. Graduates, I encourage you to use your hard-earned talents to make an impact on this world for the positive. Thank you, everyone, for celebrating with us today. Be safe and have a wonderful day.